Hey there, we're live. It is Friday, July 5th, 2024, the new moon. Oh, we got a jam-packed one today, and we're going to give it a minute here, let people come in. Hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Tell me you're here. Oh my gosh. 5 people right off the bat. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love it. Hi, everybody. Hello. Who's here? Tell me who's here. Tell me how you're doing. I am doing great. I feel fantastic, except for it's really, really hot. We have quite the heat wave going on here in Northern California. It got up to 109 today. It is currently 108. Yeah, it is hot. How is it where you are? I hope it is nowhere. Hello, happy Friday, love. I hope it is nowhere near as hot as it is here. Holy shit, man. Woo-wee! It's hot. But you know, it's the cycles of weather and it's the season. And, you know, just like in the winter, it gets cold and rainy and stormy in the winter. And it gets hot and humid and dry in the summer. Imagine that. It's these extremes that are like, holy moly. So anyway, got my fan going here. Got another fan down here. Got a fan up here. They're everywhere. Woohoo! There's Bo. Hi, Bo. We had nonstop rain and flooding. Oh my goodness. Remind me where you are again. Oh my gosh, flooding. That could be no bueno. Heat wave. Hey there, Chris. You have a heat wave too. I know you're in Canada and I can't remember where. Toronto? I think you're in Toronto. Are you in Montreal? No, I think you're in Toronto. Laura! Hi, love! It's not 109 here, but close, 101. You know what? I was thinking earlier, I was like, I wonder what it is in Austin, because that's where Laura is. I'm like, I wonder what it is in Austin, because you always hear about Austin being so freaking hot. It's hotter here than it is in Austin. Holy moly. Wisconsin. Bo's in Wisconsin. Okay. Oh, Alberta. There we go. Alberta. I was like, I don't think either of these things that are coming to me are right. I was right. I was wrong. Alberta. Okay. There we go. Well, whoa. What the heck? I was listening to something earlier. Want to put on some music here. I can hear my flute music in the background, but I want to put something on. Oh, shoot. I need my I'll be right back. I unplugged it from the wall, but I didn't bring it in here. Okay. My phone is only like a year and a half old. It's an iPhone 14. So it should last quite a while longer. But lately it's been losing juice rather quickly. So I don't know. I'm not happy about that. It's just the battery is dying way too fast. All right, let's get some music going on in here, you guys. Let's get, Moon Shaman. Perfect. Not sure how much of this you guys can hear. I do have the noise canceling on in the background. Maybe I'll take that off. You might hear the fan. You might hear the dogs at some point. Can I do that from here? Settings. Audio. Oh, it's already, okay, I don't have that on here. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're good. All right, everybody. Okay. Hey, Karen and Adrian. Welcome, loves. Yours too? What's up with that? I'm like, because I've had iPhones for several years now. And one of the great things about them that you notice when they start to get old is that the battery starts to die faster, right? Well, it's only like a little over a year old, so it should not be doing that. So no bueno. I'm not happy. Yes, give me the love, give me the hearts, give me the follows if you don't already follow me or subscribe, all that stuff, blah blah blah. Yes, but you have a Samsung. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's usually a thing. iPhone's usually better at that, but whatever. Okay, so happy new moon, everybody. Happy new moon. We are going to do a few things today. We're going to talk about the new moon. We're going to talk about NPCs, and then we're going to get into the oracle readings. I have 6 people lined up for oracle readings. I definitely cannot take any more. And I'm excited about these readings, these new moon readings, getting into the new month, the Stargate, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get it going. LOL, disagree. Okay. You're so funny. Without further ado, let's get it going here. The new moon. We're going to start there with the new moon. And it's in Cancer. New moon's in Cancer this month. It's a very interesting energy going on with this new moon, everybody. We hey there, Katir. I always want to say your name a certain way. Hi there, love. So glad to see you. Happy Friday. It's Katir. He's my newest member in the Unstoppable Empath group. So stoked you're here. Thanks for being here, sweetheart. Okay, so new moon in Cancer. It's watery, it's emotional, it can be triggering. This is coinciding with just a couple days. We're in Stargate energy. 7/7 to 7/17, officially the Stargate for this month. So I'm going to talk about both of these things. New moon and the Stargate, they're overlapping, they're swirling together. The Stargate in July is always about deeper, stronger, divine connections. From our guardian angel to ascended masters to Gaia, and your ancestors, crossed over loved ones. The veil gets thin in July, and especially with new moon. This is about new beginnings. It's a whole new situation going on here as we're past and into the second half of the year already. And as we approach the super duper, extremely intense Lionsgate in August, that's the August gate, 8/8 to 8/18. So to set us up for the Lionsgate is this one, the Divine Gate, and to really helping us connect to divine energy, our divine beingness of ourselves, our soul, our guides and guardians. The veil gets thin. We're able to perceive more. There's this wave of energy coming through with this new moon. I'm going to kind of switch back and forth here, talking about the Stargate and the new moon, because it's all one big happy soup that's going on right now. The new moon, this one in particular, is really pushing us towards our spiritual selves, our divine creator, our divine inner child, and prompting us to step up and take care of ourselves, take care of our divine inner child, take care of our divine creator, take care of our human aspect through the focus of our spirituality and our spiritual selves and our divine beingness, of who and what we are as divine incarnates, and it's a beautiful thing. I love and always love the energy in July. Shocker, right? because of what it does with us. Oh, hey, Michelle is here. And Gabrielle is here. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, everybody, thanks so much for being here. Love you guys. Happy new moon to everybody. Happy Friday. Happy new moon. Great energy circulating. So happy to be here with you all. So yeah, our divine beingness, our light bodies, our soul, our divine counterparts on the other side of the veil and on this side of the veil as well. This is about these energies coming in to help wake us up, to help raise the consciousness of the collective and wherever we are to step up. Now, Stargate specifically, every single Stargate is about solidifying, creating, and dissolving timelines. And within the Stargate is when a lot of energy comes through, a lot of things are happening that force choices and decisions and behavior and ideas and perception that create timelines. Now, of course, on the other side of this, we have the dark side, the spiritual war in full effect and always, opposing us, raising our vibration, raising our consciousness, becoming more aware, becoming sovereign, becoming limitless and powerful to the fullest of our capacity. The dark side does not want that. And that's why there's all these parasites that are attached to people. It's why there's all these things going on to bring down the collective, to inject fear into the collective and to hold us back, basically, to hold us back. This is what we've had going on for a really long time. But we're in a new paradigm. The summer solstice and the couple of months from the eclipse brought us to the threshold of a new paradigm that tripped and kicked off the second half of that sandwich, so to speak. It was the lead up, and then after that, what takes us into the actual formation of the paradigm shift. So in April, May, and June, we had what you would kind of describe as the, marinating in these energies for the physical body to prepare for the higher vibrational light codes, the activations to come in after the summer solstice that are going to affect our perception, affect our perspectives and our connections with ourselves, our bodies, our guardian angels, our crossover loved ones, our ancestors, and just our entire spirit tribes. Because when we are more connected to ourselves, more in our heart center, more connected to nature and Gaia, more connected to our divine counterparts, we're going to be more stable. 100%. When our vibration is higher, we're not going to be so easily affected by fear-based programming that's coming in. And this year, it's quite a lot because of everything that's going on, especially with the presidential elections. I talked about that in depth last week, the spiritual war and the importance of Robert Kennedy Jr. And this entire thing is part of this major shift. So there's a lot of rumblings going on with consciousness and with fear and with hope and with healing and with manipulation, light and dark and light and dark, going back and forth, back and forth. And here we are in the middle, those of us who are awake spiritually. And that's a whole other level from being kind of waking up to the matrix and seeing. People started doing that with COVID, the pandemic, really seeing things differently than they've ever seen things, because everything had to stop and start and all these things going on. I've, of course, talked about that before. And that did activate a lot of people to spiritually awaken. So we have this like gradient of people being awake and what that exactly means. For those of us who are spiritually awakening, really on the other side of the veil as well, perceiving all of that magic and that divinity, where people still on this side of the veil, even though they're becoming more conscious, still have not connected to these. The wall is thinning and these are converging. Personally, I am being guided to go into spaces like I've never gone, in literal spaces on Twitter. It's called Spaces, or X. If you're not on X, there's this thing that they have on there. It's called Spaces, where people have basically chat rooms where it's just voice, it's just talk. It's like Clubhouse basically. And I have gotten into this group and community that support and are all supporters of RFKJ, and bring in my woo into this space as I've been guided to do, and it is not something that I've been guided to ever do before. I stay in my lane. I stay with the people who know my language and understand what I'm saying and the spiritual on the spiritual side. But because of Bobby being who he is, also a divine incarnate, also so supported by the light to affect change and raise the consciousness and heal humanity, I'm very much locked in with this timeline. It is so important with everything that's going on. So this is why you've seen me post about him, and I wouldn't say I've got, it is political, obviously, but it's really important to keep it about supporting. I'm guided to. You guys could do whatever you want. I encourage you to cross back over into the regular real world when it comes to this stuff. And I've talked about this in those spaces, saying that, he has talked about being spiritually awake. And he is a very spiritual person. Again, there's gradients to that, but he has gone through that, in his way. So he speaks to those of us who are connected in that way too, and want peace and unity and harmony, and want to eradicate disharmony and evil and all of those things. And, people have different understandings, that even if they have any idea that there's a spiritual war going on, they can see that he is different. That's why he is so opposed. And so when I've, crossed over into this realm of normal, regular people who are not in the woo and the spiritual stuff, it's a really interesting crossover. But this is what's happening. There's this convergence going on, and it's because it's needed for those of us who are spiritually awake to see what's going on and see that something's coming in that's different. This is an integral part of the paradigm shift that is taking place right now. Is this election, is this person, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and what he's bringing in. And like I have posted about and written about and talked about in that live and in other places and spaces, is that for months and months ago, I got visions of him and him winning, also me healing his voice, which I would really love to do. I've had so many weird dreams and visions of working with him and doing healing and all sorts of stuff. let me just say, you guys, when those things happen to me, it feels like, I'm the kid and tomorrow is Christmas and I can't wait to open my gift. I don't know how else to put that. Because it's just part of it. I don't know if that's ever going to come to be, but it's definitely something I could do. If anybody is watching that has any pull or lane to RFKJ, I really am a real deal healer, and I could absolutely help him. But aside from that, what this is about, what this is like culminating to is people, and what I'm getting at here is people that have said, you know what, I'm not into any of that stuff when it comes to politics. It's all bullshit. It's all corrupt. They're all evil and dark side. And we have to focus on the light and in this other way with what we do to help and heal and raise the consciousness of humanity. That it's material matrix stuff. This is abundance matrix stuff. And eventually these things will converge and there will be a change in the dynamic. Well, guess what? It's now. It's happening now. And those of us that are awake, that are spiritual, that can tap in with Bobby and see that he is of the light. It's not hard to see that. It's not hard to see how he is being opposed by the dark. I could do a whole other live about this. I'm going to try not to go on too much about this, but I just really want to, and I'm being guided to talk about this because it is the new moon. And this is the Stargate coming in. And if you have not yet been guided to or taken the time or resisting any of that stuff, I ask you that you tap in again and consider getting to know him. I am going to be also facilitating, if not daily, as much as I possibly can, a space on X specifically, because that's where I'm guided to be. That's where all the Kennedy supporters are on my Facebook or anything else. That's not happening. I was guided specifically to Twitter. And then that whole thing, just happened with me. hadn't been on Twitter before the end of May. And I was guided there. I'm like, okay, I'm starting this new podcast. It'd be about that. And next thing I knew, it was like, oh, there's all this stuff going on X about, with all the, it's very robust with election business and everything surrounding it. So I got put into that and just kind of been there ever since. So I'm going to be doing spaces where we're going to talk about the policies directly from the website, discuss the policies to whatever extent we're guided to for whoever's in that space. And then I'm going to facilitate a spirit walk about that policy and just general high vibes for Robert and his campaign and everybody surrounding it and everybody that would be in alignment with him to be inspired to investigate and explore and to support, because it is very, very important. I definitely agree. Cool, Gabby. I'm so glad. So I just want to put that out there, because if you're interested in helping energetically and spiritually with this endeavor of getting him into the White House, if we want change in the world, if we don't want wars, if we want better education, if we want food that isn't contaminated with a shit ton of chemicals, if we want farms to be and agriculture to be supported, and health and sickness to be looked at in a completely different way, And the things that really most people really want and are tired of things being the opposite way, I really, really, really encourage you to take a look at Robert F. Kennedy Jr. because he has plans for changing everything. And this is exactly why they want to oppose him and have been working so hard, and lies after lies after lies, to the point of it being literally comical. So anyway, okay, so enough of that. So, but it is part of it. You know, when I talk about this paradigm shift, when I talk about things really changing in our collective and more people waking up, it's all part of it. And it's fascinating and it's wonderful and it's exciting, and we can really help on a spiritual level. So yeah, you know, if we can't, you know, people donate financially. I've donated financially, not a whole lot, but I have. But what I'm really being guided to do is to show up in the way that I'm the most effective. And that is through energy work and spirit walks. We have affected hurricanes before. I heal people all the time. I'm in the center of the spiritual war, being who and what I am, and being, you know, just this line of light going directly to Bobby and the guidance that I have, and to support our brother of the light that has been activated to try to be the president of the United States, something he's never thought of doing. Until he was activated to do so, until he was guided to do so. And then everything changed in his life. And a lot of us have had similar experiences, not to be president of the United States, but all of a sudden we're guided to do something very different. And there is always opposition. But, you know, we have to come together as the light to support. I'm not saying you could do whatever you want, but I am doing that. If you're with the light and if you support this type of change in the world, I invite you to join me. Get on Spaces, follow me at We Are Healing Pod, and I will be doing pop-up spaces. And also the only time that I really have that I can be like consistent is in the evening for me, which is probably around 9 p.m. Pacific, where I'm done with everything, or just different pockets of time randomly week to week. So I'm going to try both things. And I encourage you, if you want to be part of that, if you want to get to know Robert and his policies and do astral work, it's healing, it's uplifting, it'll raise your vibration. We'll do clearing and chakra work as well. It's just all part of it. We'll connect to Gaia. All the wooey woo stuff will be part of it. And yeah, so there's that. Okay, what's here? Isn't he connected with Trump to part of the light? Is Trump part of the light? No. And they are not connected. And Trump is not part of the light. He's a narcissist. He has a puppet master parasite. He is very different from Robert. Very, very, very different. I'll help energy-wise. Fantastic. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I'm going to be starting this pretty soon. So anyway, so there's that, everybody. Please reach out if you have any questions or whatever, ideas. I'm open. Okay, so one of the things, yay, I'm all into. Wonderful. I'm so stoked. And please share. Once I get these, once I start getting this rolling, I've just been a bit apprehensive because I have a lot of other things going on. I'm starting the Soul Quest program on the 15th. I'm getting things ready for that. I do have 3 people that are already going to be doing it. Excuse me. I encourage you all to look into it. It is life-changing. It is an amazing program. I did do a webinar for that on Wednesday. So you can watch that on X, on YouTube, or on Facebook if you have not yet. I'll grab my pals. Fantastic. Are you on X already, Bo? Are you on X already? And let me just make it easy for you guys. Let me give you my my link here to my X profile. Did it go? Yeah, there we go. And I encourage you to, if you're going to be following me on X, my hippy dippy woo woos people that I'm bringing over to do this with me. I encourage you to see who follows me, see who I follow, and also follow them, because they're basically most people, not everybody, but most people that follow me that I follow on X are in this group of RFKJ supporters, and all that good stuff. Yes, just don't use it. Okay, if I go out, kicks me out. Oh, okay, you don't have to go. Yeah. Just copy or paste, or it's just easy. It's just the same as the podcast. We Are Healing Pod is where you can find me. I'll post it. I'll also post it on my Facebook. Make it easy. Share it with everybody that you think is in alignment with joining me in these spaces. I'm really being guided to do it as much as I can, if not daily, almost daily. Yeah. Take it later and follow me. And once you do, I think on there as well, you can make it so you have you can make priority for people you follow. I think that's also a thing on X. I'm super new to X. I'm super duper new to X. So I'm still getting used to it. It's a different space altogether, but I do really like it. Okay, so back to new moon. So new moon with this energy is really encouraging us to expand and open up and do things differently and get more spiritual, get more connected with ourselves. It is that Cancer sign. It is emotional. It's meant to, but it's also about discover. It's really in the name of discovery, in the name of exploration, in the name of creation and being creative. There is also there's also really cool. I was listening to the moon omens. If you guys watch or know of moon omens, I only subscribe to 2 astrology channels on YouTube. Moon omens is one of them, and Nina is the astrologer. She's amazing. I got through a little bit more than half, but she was talking about this it was either a convergence or I can't remember exactly what she said. I was also playing with the dogs while I was listening. But anyway, between Mars and Uranus on the 15th, when we kick off the Soul Quest program, and it was just when I was listening to this, I was like, what? And it's all about deep soul connection and being pushed to nurture ourselves in a way that really that we're intentional in highlighting and making room for ourselves to put more effort and energy into our divine connections and especially our soul connections. So I thought, it's just one of those things that I wasn't conscious of. I'm not an astrologer. I do a shit ton of other things, but I just naturally tap into stuff about our planets, our solar system family, and what's going on and how they influence us. And then I'll watch different videos and I'll get this confirmation, or I'll be guided to fill in the blanks. Usually it's pretty exclusive to Pam Gregory or Moon Omens. They're fantastic. So anyway, it's just there's this energy. And so this thing, just everything with the Soul Quest program and it starting when it did, is just the way that it landed magically, and it also being connected to all of this energy about that very thing. So again, if you're interested in all that, please check out the Soul Quest program on my website. It is 8 weeks and a couple days, 59 days of reviewing yourself, answering questions, doing spirit walks, joining me in a weekly meeting, and then, having the community after that. I do take payments, and through the 7th, you get $100 off if you pay in full and $50 off if you do any payments. And I have it set up for payments up to 5 months, even though it's just over 2 months. I will extend it longer if by a few months. Please contact me if you really want to do the Soul Quest program, but money is a situation. I will work with you. Okay. So, if there's one thing that I want to highlight for you to pay attention to about the new moon, that would be creation and creativity, openness and nurturing of yourself, and allowing whatever woo-woo synchronicities, psychic impressions, dreams, anything that all of this is on the table to help you connect more and feel more and lean in more to all this woo-woo business at whatever level that you're at. So have that intention to experience yourself in a divine way through this new moon and this Stargate, and especially if you're joining me on the Soul Quest program, really getting yourself all loosey-goosey and ready for that as we move forward. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, does anybody have any questions about new moon, Stargate, any of this stuff so far? Please let me know. And I'm going to see real quick. Big old piece of mint. I'm going to see real quick if my dogs want to come in. But please put in the comments if anybody has any questions or comments about that. I'll be right back. We've been out here for a while. Puppies. Hi. Cora. Hi. You guys done out there? I saw you playing. Were you in the creek? Were you in the creek? You're wet. Hi, babies. Hi. I'm still working. I'm still sitting. There they are. I just see them going back and forth and but yeah, they did want to come in. Okay. Okay. So no questions or comments about that. Okay. So let's move on. Topic is NPCs, non-player characters, and some people have heard of this, some people have not, and there's real confusion as to what the kind of definition is of an NPC, non-player character. Those have been described as, or what we would know of them is when you're playing a video game and there's just people in the background doing things, but you're not interacting with them. They don't have anything going on that's integral to your story or the story that you're playing of the game. They're called non-player characters because they're not really playing the game. They're characters, but they're not playing the game. They don't have any stake in what's going on. So that's kind of the definition. So this thing has come up. It's a dark side injected program to confuse people and to further and greater separate people from each other and to confuse those that are awakening with what exactly is going on in our reality, because it's obvious we have people that are awake and we have people that are asleep. Some people refer to people as asleep as NPCs, but that's not the definition. Just because somebody is asleep doesn't mean they're an NPC. The definition truly of of an NPC is I gotta move this just a little bit. My back is literally sweating. I need this on my back. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's nice. So NPC means no soul, no story. And really, like, it really is simulation theory that your perspective, your world, and anybody that you directly connect to is real. And anybody that is off, like driving a car or walking on that side of the store or talking to a lady on the street, that those are people that really don't exist. They exist so you can witness them, and it's part of this matrix simulation, but they don't have a soul. They don't have a family. They didn't grow up. They're just there as decoration, like a tree or a car or a building. This is what is the official story on NPCs, not the confused story that NPC's non-player character is somebody who's just asleep. These are two totally different things. And NPCs, as I just described, as being decoration, is just not true. Everybody that we see that's walking around or doing anything, whether we are directly involved with them or not, doesn't mean that they don't exist and they don't have a soul and all the things. It's literally a dark side created program, like I said, to help people separate from their divinity, separate from the reality, to not see or perceive or understand or maneuver in this world with the understanding of the spiritual war. It's to really take people away from that and basically say, you're in a simulation, you're the center of the universe, and anybody, that's in the background just really doesn't exist. This is all about you and your experience, and it's not a collective experience. You're not really connected to anybody outside your immediate sphere. And then there's characters that are, that you do know, that everybody knows, like that would be like famous or politicians or celebrities or everything. And they're part of this story, but they're abstract. They're not an NPC, but they don't really have a soul either. None of that could be further from the truth. Again, everybody on this planet is real. This is not a simulation. This is a very real reality that is not programmed. It is natural. It works by the natural universal laws. And anybody that we see walking around has been born, do have a soul. There are the exceptions of people who have been so drained and possessed that they are soul, like basically their soul light has been extinguished. They're very evil people, but there's luckily not nearly as many of those people versus people that are just asleep, and people that maybe, that do have parasites to one degree or another, that are possessed, like narcissists and people that are sick and addicted, that have other types of parasites that manipulate and control their thoughts, behavior, and perception. That's all real. Unfortunately, that is all real. But they're still human. They still were born. They still have a story. They still, have a soul. So I was guided to bring that up today to talk about that, because we've been seeing more and more and more of this NPC stuff, and people just kind of willy-nilly calling people or labeling people as NPC. And I haven't really gotten into anything with people online about this in a while, but I did in the past, trying to explain what it is and what it isn't. And it really is an ascension trap. It really is about, hey, Ryan Dean. Hello there, love. It really is about, got my faces here. Hello. Glad you're here, sweetheart. It really is about separation. And you see, seeing people on the news and, whatever wild and wacky things are going on, and or people that you've heard of, or what, it's basically meant for us to say, oh, but that's not really real. That's just some, story. That's not a real person that's actually happening to. This is a constructed story that's put into the simulation to affect things one way or another. Again, separation, where ascension is all about our connection, our unity, our collective collaboration for higher consciousness and awareness. It's about heart opening to everyone and everything, and to feel the connection of the life force energy and the web of life, not to separate us. Dark side wants separation, light wants connection. So anything that we can see that equals separation, we know dark side. NPCs would be, the story of NPCs would definitely be one of them, that we need to not buy into, and not even, attribute anything to that. It's just not real. It's just not a thing. There's nothing about it that's real, nothing about it that's true. And I was guided here to bring that message. NPCs are not real. It's not a thing. It's a constructed, dark side injected, fear-based program meant to confuse and separate us. Period. The end. There's not a whole lot more to say about that. Unless anybody has questions, please let me know. Oh, actually, I will say one last thing that's coming through is that a lot of people say that I've argued with, or tried to argue with me about this, has said, well, I've met them and they are completely, dark or aggressive or impossible to communicate with, or whatever. And I feel a certain void or darkness from them. Like, I've heard all these things before. And that may be true, but if that's true, then you're dealing with a parasite, not an NPC. You're dealing with a person who has parasites, who is giving off that vibration and doing that, or holding that charge that you're feeling and behaving in those ways. So anyway, okay, that. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything about that. Otherwise, we will move on to me doing oracle readings. Sorry, what does that acronym stand for? NPCs, non-player character. So that is what you would call it. That's what certain characters are referred to in video games, non-player characters. The people in the background, very, yeah. Non-player characters. So, or NPCs. No such thing. Not a real thing. Yeah. Okay. So, just know if you see people talking about them or see things online about them, just know, that's not real. That's not true. These people are, buying into a story and a program for separation. And it does. It really it really does cause separation instead of connection. It's worked on quite a lot of people. Makes me think of the movie Free Guy. I don't think I saw that. Free Guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did not see that, but interesting. I'll look into it. Yeah, well, a lot of the dark side programs and ideas come through entertainment and movies as well as the light. I mean, maybe I'll do an episode where we highlight some movies and TV shows that are inspired and motivated and light side manipulated. There's a shit ton of them. And also there's the same with the dark. It would be interesting to go through that for sure. Ryan Reynolds, it's great. Oh, I love him. Continue. Thank you so much. You're so funny. Ryan Reynolds. Oh, I love Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I'd have to see. I really have not watched more than like 2 or 3 movies in the last 10 years. So chances are I definitely did not watch that because I would have remembered, but I will check it out. Okay, so I guess we'll move on. Yeah? Okay. Oracle readings. So this is where we're going to spend the bulk of our time tonight. I already have people who have signed up. I have 6 beautiful ladies who have signed up, ladies and men who have signed up for this, for these readings. And I just need to remember and see who is first, because I honestly kind of spaced. Oh, first up is Dakota. I haven't seen Dakota in the comments, and I haven't heard from her the last couple days. Is Dakota here? Dakota. She's new to the fold. And she was the first person to sign up. Is Dakota here? You, my dear, are number 3. Yes, you are. So Dakota. I have a feeling Dakota is not here. I really don't think she is. Not feeling it. Okay. No Dakota. So who's up next? My girl, Laura. Laura. My girl, Laura. Step on up, my dear. And then, yes, Gabby is after Laura. And then after Gabby is my girl, Nicole. And then after Nicole, we have Barbara. Yay! Yay. Okay. Hi, Laura, my love. Hello. How are you? And you can, any and all of you can join me live with your video. That's always more fun for you. It's more interactive for you. I know I'm springing this on to everybody because I didn't want it to be a thing. I'm not requiring that you get on video with me. I'm extending the invitation. Any of you who are going to get readings, you are invited to join me on stage to be on video with me, or you can stay right where you are. You don't have to. It's totally up to you if you want to join me live and talk with me while we do your reading. You definitely, I believe you get more out of it if we do that, just because of the way that